First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
Now Fields going to run. Able to power through. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Well, we talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Benjamin St. Just on the cover.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. On the return is Williams. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go, Riggs, go! Ready, ready, go!
From the gun, it's Hooker. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
65, 6. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here we go. We're good. Oh, hurry up.
Play action. It's Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and 19.
Here we go. Green knife, go.
Back to throw. Fields. Quick hitch, complete. It's Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing. Hooker. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Ready? 70, Timberwolf. Check, hurt. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Hey, smash Broncos! Let go!
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And this one's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Big Lion! Ready?
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Hey, check that. Street. Riggs.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison. Go.
Here's Hooker. Pass to the tight end, Laporta. So he stopped for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
New York ready to go again offensively. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Green light.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap, Fields. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And give it a can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Get it! Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther Street, Panther Street.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Pronto. Hurt. I got you, baby. I got you. Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hooker. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over. Looking to put a drive together. Off play action. Fields airing it out deep for Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 60, go check. Check smash. Hey, smash. Street. Go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Taken down at the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5.
Go. 18 Cardinal.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 24. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Timberwolves. Panthers 60. Big Lion. Ready.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther Street.
Gibbs straight ahead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Ready.
Working out of the shotgun. Hooker. It's out. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. Check. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check smash. Check smash. Motion.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready. Check. Liking 18. Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 319 gets next.
Here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Take it at the 37. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now Hooker. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hooker's going to throw it. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hooker. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Jets, nothing.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 222.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Here we go.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This, the first of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day. A lot to get into here in Week 13. Here we go. Our spin through the NFL.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Ready! Three! Hey! Ready!
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Go, Riggs! Go! Ready?
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Gibbs on the toss left. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Panther Street. Go.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Viking 18. Check smash. Riggs.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70.
Hooker now off play action. Open man right side is St. Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check out.
Looking to throw. Hooker. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now Fields. He'll get this to Lazard.
Fields pass. Complete to Allen Lazard. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Lions' 48-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 5 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Thumbs up, ready? 5:51.
Out of the gun, Fields. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact.
12 yards.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A gain of 12. First down, New York.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Jets 7.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Powering his way forward. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
60 Dyson. Hey, smash Broncos! Ready, right?
Throwing. Hooker. Open man, completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. From the gun, it's Hooker. That is caught by Laporta. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cougar 19. Go, Rig. Go.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
19 Tiger. Hey, check that. Street.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Hey, Smash. 70 Timberwolves. Panther Street. Ready.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Ready. Hawk 70. Check. Hurt. Go.
Gibbs again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Lions.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
8 yards on the
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the play. That's good for a Jets.
To throw is Fields. And a check down complete to Hall. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
Back to throw, Fields. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Jets first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 35.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Chubb will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. The fourth quarter touchdown there. Back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Jets 14.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Big Lion. Let's go.
Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Come on, come on. Check. Viking 18. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
They hand off to their big tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Go check, go check. Ready, ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Brings up third.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hurt, hurt.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 13, a minute 53 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Now it's Fields. It's complete. Lazard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
319 is right.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
It's now 4th.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They snap it to Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Riggs, Riggs. Riggs, Lion. Ready.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Come
Second
on.
and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Street. Hurt.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Stephanie! Cowboy 80! Check smash! Check! Ready,
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
Play brings up second and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go!
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Detroit, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.